You're welcome to Olympiad Math Clinic, where we solve mathematical questions and give a best explanation. Today, we want to solve these permutation questions. And before I start solving these questions, I will also introduce to you that this is Olympiad Math Clinic. If you are new to this channel or Facebook page, try to subscribe and follow this page. Also, turn on your notification on. So, this video will surely explain the best steps to solve a question relating to permutation and giving out an equation in this form. Try to stay on, watch this video to the end, so you will also gain the best steps to solve a very simple question like this. So let's start solving this. So in solving this, the first thing you have to consider and to know is the formula for permutation. If we have n permutation r, it is the same thing as n factorial over n minus r factorial. So this is the meaning of permutation. And we are given many values there. But let's try to be removing all this value out and give the value. So if we have n permutation 2, it can be written as n factorial over n minus 2 factorial. And if n factorial over n minus 2 is like this, you can also rewrite to have n bracket n minus 1 bracket n minus 2 factorial over n minus 2 factorial. As I've said earlier, that this page is a page where we want to explain and give you the reasons why or how we are getting our solution. I try to make the value to be n minus 2, so it can be easy for me to divide. I want to eliminate anything called factorial to now remain anything called equation. That is why I try to make it to reach. You can continue to infinity, but what make it value to this equation is to make it this to cancel. So this will cancel this, meaning that n permutation 2 is the same thing as n onto n minus 1. So this is just an equation which we still need. So now, if this is, so let's also try to evaluate this. 2n permutation 2 can be written as, we have 2n factorial over 2n minus 2 factorial. So if this, so it means that 2n permutation 2 can be written at 2n, you open a bracket, 2n minus 1, you also open a bracket, 2n minus 2 factorial over 2n minus 2 factorial. So what I'm able to explain the reason why I'm trying to stop at 2n minus 2, just to make it available for me to divide this. So to remain equation, the factorial will be eliminated. So this will cancel this. So mean that 2n permutation 2 will give us 2n bracket open 2n minus 1. So this is another good meaning. Now, this is now our equation. So let's try to write this equation out. If you have 3 bracket open n permutation 2 plus 24 is equal to 2n permutation 2. So let's now try to substitute the value. So we have, in having this, n permutation 2 will give us this. So we have 3 onto n bracket n minus 1 plus 24. So is equal to 2n permutation 2 is also this. We have 2n onto 2n minus 1. So let's expand this equation and let's see how meaningful and interesting it is. We have 3. So n times n, we have n squared. N times minus 1 minus n plus 24 is equal to 2n times 2n. We have 4n squared. 2n times minus 1 minus 2n. So let's try to use this equation to have it meaningful now. So in solving this, let's expand. We have 3n squared minus 3n plus, so 3 times 24. So 3 times 4, we have 12. 3 times, so making 72 is equal to 4n squared minus 2n. So let's try to collect the like terms and see how meaningful it will be. So let's take this to this side. So we have 4n squared minus 3n squared. This is minus 2n. Let's shift this to this. Plus 3n. Let's shift minus 72 is equal to 0. So we have n squared. This is plus n minus 72 is equal to 0. So this has also given us another value which we call quadratic equation. So let's try to factorize this. Let's find the two numbers. So let's find the first factor of 72. 72 can be 8 times 9. Yes, that is 72. So let's try to use this 8 times 9 to factorize the equation. So meanwhile, how do we get 8 and 9? Let me try to explain that to make it easy. How do we get 8 and 9? So let's try to just do the format. We have 2. 2 in 72. 2 in 7, we have 36. 2, we have 18. 2, we have 9. 3, we have 3. 3. So this is how it looks. So that is how we now have our 72 to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So that's how we have. This one is 8 times 9. So that's how we get 72. So now, in this our beautiful equation, we have n squared plus n minus 72 is equal to 0. So now let's now put to have this n can be written as n squared plus 9n minus 8n minus 72 is equal to 0. Because by the time you had this together, 9n minus 8n will also give us n. So, and by the time you multiply 9 plus 9 times minus 8, will surely give us minus 72. So let's group it now. We have n squared plus 9n minus, so we try to group 8n plus 72 is equal to 0. So here, what is common? N is common, we have. So if n is common, we have n plus 9. What is common here? 8 is common. So we have n plus 9 is equal to 0. So for you to get this one clearly, if you multiply this minus 8 with n to give us minus n, minus 8n, minus 8 times 9 to give us minus 72. So that's how we now have n minus 8 onto n plus 9 is equal to 0. So you might have been seeing all these equation for a very long time in the lifetime. Anytime you are multiplying two things together, that's giving us 0, like a times b is equal to 0. The faculty is this of the brain is that it is either a that is equal to 0 or it is b that is equal to 0. That is just the meaning of this analysis. Anytime you are multiplying two value variable together and giving us 0, it is either A, that is 0, or B, that is equal to 0. So therefore, we now have n minus 8 is equal to 0, or n plus 9 is equal to 0. Meaning that n is equal to 8 or n is equal to minus 9. So these are the two values that we're going to get for the n. But the question said that find the positive value of n. So we have to reject this and take this. So our n is equal to 8. So that is just the value for this. So this is how we solve a question relating to permutation, and these are the procedure. So don't forget to share this video, and also, as I've said earlier from starting this video, you just try to turn on your notification when I'm releasing a topic related to permutation.